from the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and you're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Hey, 626. Go to 50. Hey, you must.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. As he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Inside. 630.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll look downfield for Waller. It got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 72 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the 24, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On play action, Rodgers. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Chubb. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On play action, now Rodgers. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Randy Moss. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll send Moss in motion right. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Slot man moves right. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Get 300. Get 300. 26.
To throw is Rodgers. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Randy Moss, 30 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And now maybe they want some extra time to Third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Side. Plant. Take 30.
Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Casper over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
26.
Now Rodgers.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And again, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Chubb on the counter. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Rodgers throwing here. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's a give up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Gas 300. Gas 300. Gas 300. Gas 300. 26.
Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Tampa. Taken from about the 12. Adams, the man in motion left.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 32 that time.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
The slot man in motion right.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller,
35 yards.
And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On play action, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Over here.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. On play action, Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Allen. Touchdown 49ers. Jason Witten. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are back within a score.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember Drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last one got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Back to the ground with ETN. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
26.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On first down, Rodgers.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Waller. Down inside the 10.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they go to work on a first and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills.
Cooper Kupp,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's second and 10.
26.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 626.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jeffrey Simmons gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jason Taylor, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Rob Woodson with a pick.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Derek Brooks.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out
and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Randy Moss, 47 yards.
And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26, number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Gano's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game started the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
10-30.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Rodgers to throw once more. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The kick by Carlson is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Hey, 626.
Now it's Rodgers.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. And I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, 31 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Hall of Famer Howie Long with a tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Rodgers.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
On second down, Elliott once more. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Rodgers to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And that will write a finish to this ball game.